So starting the test drive in this Charger RT, especially with this exhaust here, it's extremely loud, which I love. It's just so much fun to get that sound out of here. So we'll give it some throttle coming out of this corner here. And a pretty strong engine. Now, of course, it's not a Scat Pack, it's not a Hellcat, so it's not the fastest thing out here, but it is a naturally aspirated V8, so it's not slow. But we just know that Dodge has some pretty powerful counterparts to go against this vehicle in particular, but still very quick. And with this exhaust, just love that sound. So aggressive. But we're gonna take it out of sport mode, just put it on cruise and see what kind of fuel economy we can get. So cruising here at 70, we're able to get pretty good fuel economy, honestly. So we're getting right at 28, 30 miles per gallon. Very impressive. And then as we come downhill here, that increases. But I would expect to get probably 28 to 30, honestly, just based on how it's been when I was kind of on a flat surface. And honestly, the ride quality is pretty good. I'm feeling just a little bit of sway, but the wind noise is not bad at all. And what I love is it's so quiet, even with this exhaust system, when I have the cruise on. So just driving mildly, it's not loud, but then when you put your foot into it, it kind of awakens the beast, if you will. Now this vehicle, I think, is still about $36,000 right now from the store that I borrowed this from. And I think it's stickered right at probably 44 before taxes. But I mean, you do get a lot for the money, I think. You have your heated, cooled seats, blind spot monitors. Of course, all of your performance page is what they call it. So you can go through all the gauges and whatnot there. You have your launch control. So especially from a sports sedan perspective, you get quite a bit while still being able to have 5 seats. And again, it's not the roomiest, but they're there. And you certainly have the cargo space in the trunk. But in terms of visibility, I like that the hood scoop still looks sporty. It's kind of intrusive on the, I guess, in the middle there, but on the sides I can still see out pretty well. And it does kind of give it a nice look in terms of the body lines. So it was a good job by Dodge being able to have a car that looked super sporty, especially with the hood, but still being somewhat visible out the windshield. But I think it's a pretty good option, especially for people around this time. I think the Impala was on its last year, maybe. And then I think the Taurus was still out. So that's kind of your competition. And Dodge is still the only, I think they're one of the only American automakers. I think they're the only American automaker still making sedans. I guess large sedans. And I feel like this is still a competitor. And I think the reason it's still being made is because it's the only one that actually had a very, I guess, sport-driven lineup. So having the track packs or scat packs and Hellcats and all of that. And it's still, even this RT, super fun to drive. But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2020 Dodge Charger RT Plus.